What's up? Tell me. I know it's not easy, right? I know, right? I look, if they tell you say easy in a setup, well, that is why you have friends like us here. It is a fact that coming to study in the UK can be really demanding, especially with the requirements. Is it financial? Is it mental? It is a whole lot. Speaking of the lot, the personal statement is one huge one. I remember when I was applying to come to the UK for my master's degree, and the school agent, that's the university's agent, University of Hertfordshire's agent, back then, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria, told me that one of the things they require is a personal statement. And I said, what is a personal statement? They said, I'm going to have to tell the school why I am a right candidate for the slot I am looking for in their school. And that sounded new to me. Oh, I'm like, okay. On top of the fact that I'm bringing my money to pay 3 people, I'll come and also convince you why I should come. But all of those were my defenses because I exactly didn't know how to go about it. I felt literally clueless. I'd never done something like that before. It felt really ambiguous. Then I launched into Google. Then I was working at Jumia office. I went to my office on a Saturday and I said, with this, my dream to study abroad, nothing is stopping it. Shall we just say personal statement? Let me find out what it is about. I went online and I made my research. I made extensive research. And when I say extensive, I really do mean it. I compared, I contrasted, I did a whole lot, and I came up with a wonderful, I'll say, because that was what my student support person said to me then, given where I was coming from, how clueless I was versus what I produced at the end of the day. As a reflect of that experience, I have thought to share with you who probably are at this particular stage I was then and wondering how to go about your personal statement. That is what this video today will be addressing. So, to ease up that dilemma, we'll be breaking it down. I'll be starting with what the admission personnel are looking for in your personal statement, what a good personal statement entails, and how to start. Now, just to put you at ease, with this personal statement here, it's not as cumbersome as you would have thought it to be, as I thought it to be then. It's not supposed to be some perfect literature. The admission body are primarily looking to see your motivation. They are primarily looking to see your drive, the skills you've been able to garner through your years of academic work. If you already have a job, as they would expect that given, the level you are applying for, a postgraduate study, they're expecting that with your first degree you should have been able to gain some work experience. Now, this is relative. In case you've just graduated and you are going for your postgraduate study, it's a different case. But if you say spent about 2, 3, 4 years at home before applying, making this application, they want to see that over the years you've been able to utilize the academic skill you have obtained from your first degree in some professional workplace. And in your write-up, you should be able to express this. You should be able to express the skills you have gained working in a team, some leadership qualities. These are the things they are looking for. And to further buttress your point, if you're able to insert 1 or 2 evidences, giving examples, workplace examples of workplace challenges you've experienced and how you've been able to skillfully, professionally handle it. Now, from my own writing experience, I'll tell you what a good personal statement should look like in reading. In your personal statement, you should be able to reflect the reason you have chosen the course of study, how it connects to what you've done in the past, and how it's going to help transport you to where you're heading in future in terms of your aspiration and career path. If possible, you could take it a little bit further by giving them life examples of where you currently are at in your current workplace and where you're aspiring to get to, that the course you're applying in their school is going to aid you attain at the set time. Also, you want to express to them that you do have value that you're bringing onto your university. So it's not really just about what you intend to gain from the university, but primarily what skill yourself you already have that you're going to be contributing to the school. Because as a matter of fact, the university does have very limited slots for students, both home and international. In that light, they are reserving these spots for people they believe are potential innovators, entrepreneurs, skilled workers that will add value to whatever organization they get to represent in future with the certification and skills gained from their institution. So they want to associate with persons of value, essentially. That is what I'm saying. So now that we know all of this, how do we start? In order to put your writing in a good light, you're going to have the best of information, but if it's poorly written, as in if it's not well structured, your reader might lose interest, and very vital points in your write-up could be lost in the mist. This is why it is best you structure your work. You start with an introduction. Depending on what the word count is, they will tell you what the word count is. Give a very clear and concise introduction as to why it is essential for you to study this particular course. Next, you really want to elaborate on your academic achievement and professional if it goes in line, which ultimately is to prove why you are qualified to study this particular course of choice. Also, you want to include any extracurricular activity that shows you in the light of a suitable candidate. It could be voluntary activity, it could be some personal hobbies that are in line with your career path. If it's things that are not so relevant, you might want to opt out, you might want to, keep it on the low, if at all you want to include it, because as a matter of fact, you want to use the most of the words to put in most relevant information that is going to stand you out. And in conclusion, give a nice, sweet conclusion. At this point, you could also infuse a little bit of personality just to show you're a real person. Make sure to plan, rewrite, redraft as much as possible to make sure you have a very neat and understandable work, interesting as well, that pushes forth your point. Very important, make sure you use very good professional English language as well. I hope you did find this helpful. Have you written a personal statement before? Tell us your tips down in the comment section. I'll see you guys just in the next one.